Hey you guys, Markus here. Have you ever thought about why the guitar is tuned the way it is? E, A, D, G, B and E. A perfect fourth, a perfect fourth, perfect fourth, a major third and a perfect fourth again. I don't know why the guitar evolved the way it did, but I'm pretty sure all standard tuning is not that bad. The D, G and B string are a G major chord, and with a high E string it becomes a G6 or an E minor 7. This is nice for playing melodies, it's nice for playing chords, it's nice for playing chord melody, so our standard tuning is not that bad. But I thought, what would happen if I tune my guitar in perfect fourth only? And I got curious and I tried out, and this is what happened. This is my J45 in standard tuning. What do I have to do to bring it into the fourth tuning? Well, I have to tune the B string to C. And I have to tune the E string to F. And this is it. All the chord shapes I know won't work anymore, of course. But the benefit is now I have a C and an F string and I can play an open F chord like this. This is nice. And when I play a B flat power chord, now I have a B flat sus9 and this kind of C. So this tuning seems to be suitable for the key of F. But it's also nice to play a C major chord. I have to be careful to only play 4 strings. And I have this F chord with 4 strings only and a G. So when I'm careful enough, I also can play in the key of C with open chords. This sounds great, but you're also very limited. This is because the fourth tuning is not really an open tuning. And I think the great benefit with the fourth tuning doesn't come with the acoustic guitar, but with the electric guitar. And this is why. This is an E major triad. And when we want to play an A major triad in the standard tuning, we have to take another pattern. We have to take this one, because we need to compensate the B string. And now we don't need to compensate anymore. We just play the same pattern. In our standard tuning it would be an A minor, but now it is an A major. And we can do the same thing with D. And if we only play the 3 notes we grab with our left hand, we can play all over the fretboard. This also is an E major triad, and this is the first inversion, and this is the second inversion. And we can also play the inversions all over the fretboard with exactly the same pattern. And the great benefit is we don't have to compensate the major third between the G string and the B string any longer. We don't have to do that much of thinking. We can play more intuitively and the understanding of the fretboard is way easier. Let's take a scale, for example the G major scale. So this is maybe the most basic pattern for the G major scale. 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. And what we can do now, we just can switch to this position and we start with our middle finger again and we play the same pattern. So we have exactly the same pattern, and we can also start here. You can do the same thing with the C major scale starting on the A string. Or start here. There's another very nice way to play a major scale with this tuning. Let's start with a G major scale, so we're in the key of G, and start over here. And now we have a pattern with 3 notes per string. So this is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G and A, and when you continue, B, C, D, and now we stay in the same position and play E, F sharp, G, and if you really work a lot with scales and if you want to play fast, so this tuning might be the right one for you. You can do this in every position, and one of my favorite major scale patterns is here, the C major scale in the 8th fret. And normally I would have 2 notes only on the B string, but now I can play with 3 notes per strings continuously, and it's very easy. You know, I love to play the blues. What about the pentatonic? The same thing. Let's start with the A minor pentatonic, and I start over here. I really love to play the A minor pentatonic with this pattern. Start here, I do exactly the same thing. I don't have to compensate the major third any longer. And of course it's the same thing with the minor pentatonic starting on the A string. For example, this position, the E minor pentatonic. Now it's getting even better when we talk about symmetrical scales like the half tone, whole tone scale. Let's start with G on the low E string, half tone, whole tone, half tone, and then we do the same thing on the next string, half tone, whole tone, half tone. We repeat the same thing on the next string, half tone, whole tone, half tone. Then on the next string, half tone, whole tone, half tone. You get the idea? And the same thing with a whole tone scale. Whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone. So this tuning is very nice if you want to play music which is complex in a harmonic way, maybe bebop. So you want to play a bebop lick, and play the bebop lick, the same bebop lick in another key or in another position. It's very nice because you have the same pattern. Or maybe if you want to play Coltrane changes. Finally, I found out an interesting string skipping lick. What are my final thoughts about this tuning? Well, the benefit of this tuning is, like I told you, you don't need to compensate any longer for the major third between the G and the B string. But the downside is that it's very hard or even impossible to play the things we are used to. So if you just want to play the opening riff of Stairway to Heaven, it might get impossible. But if you want to improvise, and if you want to play modern style of music, and if you make music of your own, and you are interested in complex harmonic and melodic structures, this tuning might be the right thing for you, because it's very easy to handle these complex things. To me, it was a lot of fun and a great experience, and I learned a lot about the guitar. But to me, it would be too complicated to switch between these tunings because they are too close. So this is it. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it making it. Have a nice day. See you next time.